Welcome to Idea Success TV. Idea Success TV is your videocast that focuses on trends, practices, and solutions for moving ideas to action for both purpose and profit. Hear stories from people who have taken their ideas and brought them to reality to make an income and to impact the world. Be a part of ideation and pitch sessions. Learn about business trends and discover best practices and innovative ideas for bringing thoughts into reality and plans into action. And now, here's your host, Sylvia Henderson. Hello and welcome to Idea Success TV. I'm Sylvia Henderson, your host, and I am honored that you're sharing your time, spending your time, which is your most valuable resource, with me today. This segment is called Ideation Station, and what we're doing is doing something brave, quite frankly, and that is ideation. We're talking with an entrepreneur who has something on her mind, whether it's an idea, whether it's an issue, whether it's a challenge, we'll find out. But we're basically going to drill down into that idea and kind of brainstorm. Ideation is pulling things out of somebody in order to get clarity and see if we can come up with some solutions with her. And I've got a co-host. My guest co-host is Lorette Farris. She is CEO of iBoss Inc. And so Lorette, welcome.
Thank you so much, Sylvia. Great to be here.
Okay, and real quick, what's iBoss Inc.? What do you do?
iBoss stands for the Internet Back Office Systems and Services. For companies that are looking to raise capital, we become their back office to help them walk through the process from soup to nuts.
All righty. And because I am about Idea Success Network, a lot of what I do is ideation, pulling things out of people so that they can get their ideas focused and in action. And that's key to me, in action. And so today, the entrepreneur who is joining us in order to get some clarity about something is Jessica Koch of Jessica Koch Consulting. Jessica, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
All right. And Jessica is a LinkedIn, I have it down here somewhere. It's a LinkedIn. Say who you are, what you do. It's easier.
I am Jessica Koch with Jessica Koch Consulting, and I am a LinkedIn and sales and marketing trainer and specialist. I've been in sales and marketing for more than 25 years, and I've worked nationally in a variety of positions.
Great. And every time I say your name wrong, you just pipe right in there and correct me, because I just heard myself say it already. So I'm going to read a short bio first, and then we'll launch right in to the ideation session. So during her career, she has worked with multiple consulting companies and marketing firms, expanding those firms' client bases to include some rather impressive firms: national government accounts, many Fortune 1000 clients, national power utilities, hospitals, Washington Gas, Verizon, Disney, cool, and universities and colleges. She also trained and maintained multiple sales teams nationally who were consistently the top sales producers. I'm going to have you here in the studio one day to talk about LinkedIn and give some information, tips on that.
I would love to.
That's another whole program, because that's about getting ideas out too, only online. So ideation works like this. We invited you on to say, hey, have you got something that you're noodling over, as one of our other friends uses that term, that, when you work alone, and we both know what this is like, when you work alone, sometimes you get so stuck in your own head, so stuck in your own thoughts, that you just want to talk something out with somebody else. And it helps to talk something else with somebody who can ask you the right questions and not judge what you're thinking. And that's kind of what this ideation station is all about. While you will get something out of it, at least that's our intention. We hope what viewers also learn and find out is that other people also learn from the experience. Every session we've done so far, viewers have said, while you were helping that one person, I got some pointers that I can use myself. And that's the beauty of what we'll do. So viewers, you need to know that we start out with no preconceived notions. We have no idea what you're going to present to us, and all we're going to do is show you the process as we use the process ourselves that you can then use with other people. So,
Wonderful.
so with that, what's on your mind? What are you noodling over?
So as I've begun the LinkedIn training and the sales and marketing training, jumping off, I have been speaking at some conferences. I've been teaching classes in a classroom setting, large groups, and then I've also done some one-on-one consulting. Where I am and have begun to map out the process where I plan to position this moving forward is converting a lot of those trainings into an online product. And I also have begun thinking about things like my free material. So free trainings and free, not the whole picture, but very valuable content I'm able to pull in the ideal customer for me from a free standpoint, and then bring them into a very affordable price point, a package, and then some things that are more extensive or at a different price point. So that it kind of gradually goes up in scale. But I want to convert this more to digital products, and then have my one-on-one consulting be at the last resort because I am more interested in my time than I am in money. But I still want to help people at whatever level they're at. So for example, I'm doing a workshop for the Tri-County Job Source in the region of the Washington, Baltimore region. And I will be giving a class to job seekers completely pro bono. Now I want this kind of thing to be available for them on some level, but then I may also be doing some trainings for the counselors there where there's some compensation available for funding for training. So those are the kinds of things I'm working on.
So is the getting clarity part in the what are you converting to online? Is it not necessarily how you do it, but kind of what are some of the things that you need to convert to online, or kind of a little bit more about what you might want clarity on?
Well, that's just sort of where my brain is going. I'm not
Okay.
exactly sure what pieces we should dissect. One of my other ideas was to get some sponsorship for some of the video training so that it can go out to those people who really need a job and don't have the funding versus an executive who's looking at using it for their next resume or for their prospecting and their sales. Because I have, as part of my products, a systematic process of how to convert those connections into clients, literally how to fill their appointment book with meetings, because that's what I did. And I have a system that complements. LinkedIn's just a tool. I do what I call anchoring and farming an area and a region, and I know how to do this on a national scale with the CFOs of some of the bigger players down to the small business and the local business owner. So depending on what my client's going after.
I think what I'm trying to get clarity on is, and so I'll ask the question to see if this is sort of a place you're trying to go. When you talk about you want to digitize it, do you already have a base of video properties to then start building that digital library to introduce to get people to come into?
I have begun the process of building a few free training videos that are on YouTube. And then I have a webinar coming up in the near future that I will be also taping, and I'm going to use that as a piece of the purchase product versus what's free. So I'm trying to begin the steps of separating out what can I give to everyone, and then what part needs to have value and be something that they can click and buy.
So with a lot of content, you want to put more online, create more online courses, but what is your flow? Do you have your flow mapped out, not just the funnel, but the end result? Like, so you've got some in-person trainings. What do you want those online courses to do? Do you want them to be just lead generators? Do you want them to be like simple course leads to more complex course, which leads to people signing up with you to do business? Like, do you have that, the end goal mapped out?
So I know I want to have available on YouTube some free trainings that are some of the basic overview. And then I want to have an online product that's not just a lure for a lead, but actually is something they pay for, and there's compensation for that online product.
I think I'm in the same place that you are. Do you already have enough of the videos done? Or are you building those videos as you're doing these workshops and seminars and training sessions?
Yes, I am still in I am the very beginning of the building process.
Okay.
And so with a map, though, so how do you know what you'll have in lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3 for the first course, then move to the next course? How do you know the flow of the courses in order to lead to something?
So based on how I've been structuring the teaching that I'm doing thus far, I have a process that I go through that's very systematic as I teach in the different areas, and then I adjust that according to my timeline, or whether I'm in person, what my audience is, what are they seeking? Are they seeking a job? Are they seeking a prospect? You know, all those things, they get tweaked a little, but the system and the process of teaching it is the same.
I think you kind of answered the question that I was about to go for, and let me just clarify that. So in your process, you do LinkedIn training, and the training can work for almost any type of company, whether I was looking to hire someone, or Sylvia was looking to sell a product, or Johnny, I don't know what happened to Johnny, or if Johnny was looking to. So whatever it is we're looking to do, is your point that you have a process to help us to work within LinkedIn, so it's almost agnostic what it is we're looking to do. It's just a process to go through it?
Yes.
Okay.
And some of that we come offline of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a tool that's clicked into this system that I'm using, but for people to get there, often I have to help them clean house. You can't have a big party and invite everybody over if your house is a mess. And that's the state of some of the LinkedIn that I'm working with. So we can't use that tool to invite company over and close a deal.
Right.
If we're not in order. And so some of the beginning, no matter who I'm dealing with or what their outcome is, I have to see and evaluate where they are in LinkedIn. Do they have the right photo? Do they have the right backdrop? Do they have the information that were really appropriate for them? Do they have the right keywords? Are they talking to their ideal customer? Are they using language that speaks to the way their customer would be attracted to reach out to them? You know, they have to speak their language, and are they in the right groups? And all these things have to be set up before we can plug in the whole sales system and process and use LinkedIn as a tool for that.
Okay. And just for the video, just gesture a little bit less.
Oh, sorry.
Or a little bit lower, because you're tracking across the camera. That's okay. There's a delay a little bit. I think so what I would ask anyone even thinking of converting their training online is it's the why. I know you said you want to move away from a lot of the one-on-one in-person training. So that's kind of defining the why, but that would be where I would start even before you were starting to talk. Yes, you've got the process of using LinkedIn, But where I was going was your training flow, your training process, the courses themselves, not the process you use to do LinkedIn. I mean, I know that sounded weird, but
Right.
so that's where I was asking, where's your end goal? Are the courses leading to calls to action to then take a next step?
I'm not sure what the next step that you would be talking about would be necessarily. And I think in most cases, once I get them going, and if they're in a process, my one later down the road as I develop thought is a membership in a mastermind group where for accountability reasons, because the system and process are great. So if you take my class and you learn it, or you buy my online video and you learn the process, there needs to be, just like a personal trainer, some accountability to kind of hold your hand, have some check-ins, have to make sure that you're actually applying what you've learned and you're sticking to the system and you're keeping to it so that your growth continues. And so that would be the end game, I guess, for me. Where it would be going is a monthly membership that's reasonable and comfortable for them and extremely valuable in helping them keep their calendar full, and having that other person tapping them on the shoulder saying, hey, you didn't do these steps today, so you're not going to get there to your goal tomorrow.
So ding, 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 ding. I think Miss Ideation just pulled that out of you, because you started the answer with, well, I don't know what the end game would be. And you ended it with, with a
mapping it through. And it's part of the plan, but I guess I'm not thinking about it the way that you're, that you were asking. So,
well, and that's it. So I would have, whether it's, Post-it notes, with the flow, they're my favorite tool. Without mentioning the creator, because I want them as a sponsor one day. But so to actually map out on paper what each step of your process, not LinkedIn process, but what each step of your business,
your
training process is, and then because that will keep you focused. So that you're not creating content or creating a course or even a lesson that, but this is good info, I want them to know it. No, you want your training to be as focused as possible so that your competencies, I'm a trainer, so I know the training vocabulary, so that each course is building the competency that leads somebody to the next course, that leads somebody to then, we need the membership, we need full-time, support, and then, we need group work. And then your free stuff or your other bonus stuff can be but this is good stuff for them to know too. And, but this is good stuff for them to know too. So that way you stay focused on getting to your end result to make money, but then you can also add the good stuff as bonuses.
If I can mirror what you just said, Sylvia, and Jessica, if this helps you to visualize where she's going, I did the first 12-week training course I got so much joy out of sitting in the room and teaching the stuff, and the people were taking it in, that I did not pay attention to a roadmap as to where that 12-week course was supposed to lead to. So it's interesting, Sylvia, sitting here listening to you saying that hearing you, I could see. And again, if you're building if I'm getting mirroring you right, if you're building your digital online courses based off of the workshops, seminars, and conversations you're having, if you have a roadmap mapped out before you go in that room, at least what you get taped, you'll end it with the appropriate properties for what you need to lead people to. Am I understanding that right?
And yes, and this comes from years of experience of so much information, so much content. We're each experts in our own field, and we've got tons of information. We've got master's and PhD degree worth of stuff to convey, but we also get buried in that, and we develop stuff. And again, this is experience. And it's like, so where's the money? Well, this doesn't really lead to anything. So we develop something else. And so I'm trying to catch you on the early stage of what I'm at the end of, and now having to create that map and figure out what of the 100 things fit into the map, whereas you can develop more efficiently to the online courses and then see where the other brilliance can be added as additional courses or upsells to for more, or be in our membership site, be in my membership program, because you're going to get now,
Right.
how to do the advanced stuff.
Right.
That makes sense.
And that way it helps you separate the downloads, which are lead generators for the next thing, from the core training that you're developing. Because you're right, you want online digital property to get you away from the one-on-one work.
Well, I feel like I can reach and help more people that way, as well as manage my own time-life balance. I am the mother of 7 children. We have 5 girls and 2 boys.
Okay.
And the youngest is 6. And actually, one of my sons is active duty Army and was just deployed again today.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness, bless you. I'm an only child. I just cannot imagine.
Having many siblings.
Yeah, we have a very full, wonderful family.
Great. That's great.
A question I do have, Jessica, are you looking to do multiple training programs, or is it really just one standard that, again, is leading them to a next step, i.e. a membership?
No, I think that it needs to be broken down. There really is a for the basics. There really is something for the job seekers. There really is something, even in some cases, I'm beginning to do some specific work with realtors and insurance brokers and mortgage brokers and the people in the home team, if you would, for housing and real estate. I found a niche there because there's a certain way that they want to go about things versus the person who's looking for the CFOs and the CEOs in a corporate business to business sale is different. And then again, that's different from someone who's working for, say, a multi-level marketing from home. I don't want to name any until we have them sponsoring. We don't want to name it.
Nope.
Right.
I won't name the name of the little note cards out loud, but those kinds of individuals really need the support because they're very comfortable and used to Facebook, and their product is very wonderful there. However, often I find that, especially the more high end of those types of products, the people with the funds to buy their business to consumer product is living on LinkedIn. And there's a professional way for those people to jump out of their friends and family Facebook world trying to make that, whatever that business is, work, and stop calling their friends and family and become a professional salesperson, take their business seriously. And that's a whole nother way I would want to speak to them. So I think these products would be similar and probably even similar in cost, but they would be their own separate, unique product.
Okay.
And when you do digital online, that's easy. That's easy to do. I mean, it's time, takes time. And I know the camera can't see what I'm holding up to you, and I don't know if you can see it, but
I see it a little bit, yes.
Okay, well, and I'll send it to you. But basically, the mapping out is, course by course by course, with the detail, what competencies, what objectives, do you want in each course, activities, and all of that. But then when you're dealing with a different audience, all you need to do is take out one of these little, and I know you can't see this in the camera up here, but take out one of these little pieces in the course and add in, so this is
specific.
Yeah, this is a course for, in general, sponsors. Okay, I just need to replace this piece for sponsors. The rest is good. For getting promoted on your job, I just need to replace this piece and put specific to a worker versus an entrepreneur. So,
And I feel like I'm going to take the extra time to do that
okay,
simply because it's going to give the person making the purchase feel much more valued and much more almost as if we had that opportunity to do that one-on-one and
right.
customize
Right.
it to what they are trying to accomplish
Yeah.
and speak their language and their terms. And I actually have some very specific things that I can offer that customer away from LinkedIn about particular associations that might draw in a different clients and a strategy and a process of how to approach them again off of the social media world, but into a systematic sales process. So we're
So one of the challenges of only 30 minutes is that you can't really. We pulled
Is that it's
something.
only 30
Yeah, it's only
minutes?
30 minutes, so we pulled a little bit out. Was there a final question that you might have for Jessica?
No, I'm good. That I'm sorry to have to say this, Jessica, but I think I learned more in this session because I was able to pull some stuff out of what it is that you said. So thank you, Jessica, for giving me the opportunity to learn.
Now the problem is she's going to have her training director figure something out.
That would be correct.
so, so to kind of wrap up, because you didn't really have a problem, but there were some things that I think came out of this to help you either even better focus. So I'm going to ask you, at the risk of you saying, "Oh, nothing," is there? What did you get just from the interaction in the last 20 minutes or so?
Well, like I mentioned, I've been building out the system, the process of how I teach, and the system, the process of how I'm going to funnel this. But now, I think even more, I will look closely at how I'm connecting and segueing from one space to another, and when it's appropriate for that person to maybe go all the way through with me, and when it isn't. So that I always try to be very transparent and focused on what is the best for the person I'm working with versus what's the best for my pocketbook.
Mhm.
But it will make me look closer at that so that I can help them when it really is going to benefit them to get to say the next step with me.
All right, all right. And a little bit of shameless promotion. So,
Mine or yours?
no, yours for being a guest. So what exactly do you do for entrepreneurs and for other people if they're not entrepreneurs, and how do we reach you?
So I can be reached at www.jessicalkoch.com. And I am teaching a class coming up in Alexandria, Virginia, August 30th. And that's on my website. And I am going to be doing some webinars soon, but they aren't posted as of yet. So, and as far as shameless plug, I'm just really excited about speaking recently at the women's conference and at a college in the region for over 100 women. And it was really quite wonderful and inspiring for me to be surrounded by such amazing, smart, successful women, and to be honored to be able to share with them and hopefully help them and give them some value and knowledge.
So all of you are, just because this program people might watch this, a year from now,
Yes.
all of your upcoming anything is going to be at your website. So even when next week passes,
That's right.
they'll find more information out, and they're going to find out about these new courses.
That's right. They're coming.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for playing with us and for, sharing what you're working on and letting us give you a little bit more clarity on the process, at least. And you want to say a final thank you or?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jessica. It was wonderful hearing what you're doing and again being able to share in it. I appreciate your transparency and thank
Yeah.
you so much, Sylvia, for having me on and let me share in this experience.
That's
was
the
great.
thing. That's the thing about working alone, in our own space, and then coming out and just being with other entrepreneurs. We get stuff every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Every time. I agree. Thank you for having me, Sylvia. I really appreciate it.
All right. So remember, you're still on camera as I end the show. so just hold it there for a second. And so you've just witnessed an ideation session, and And hopefully you've gotten something out of it too, whether you can apply it to your training or to your speech or any other intellectual property that you're developing, even writing a book. You kind of need to know why you're doing it. So apply what you got, listen to this again to catch some of the little tidbits. And I'm looking for other ideation candidates. So if you're interested in getting clarity about something and processing an issue, being in the spotlight, to get clarity for yourself as well as to help other people go through what it is you're going through, please contact me, Sylvia at, let's see, it doesn't work on the Idea Success. Sylvia at springboardtraining.com is my email. Sylvia at springboardtraining.com, or just go to ideasuccess.tv. That's ideasuccess.tv. There's a contact button at the menu, a contact menu item. Just click contact, and that'll come directly to me as an email. Write in what you want and send it to me. So ideasuccess.tv, hit contact, and I'll get the email. That's the easiest. So with that, I invite you to tune in to the next Idea Success TV show. I'm getting tongue-tied. And until later, I invite you to make a great day, and we're done.
We're done. Thank you, Sylvia.
Thank you for watching Idea Success TV. Idea Success TV is a syndicated production of the Idea Success Network and Village Connector Media, the People's Prosperity Network. Permission to share, repost, and rebroadcast is freely given, provided it's done without charge of an access fee. If you have questions about this broadcast, or if you'd like to be a part of an upcoming segment, please contact us at Idea Success TV Contact. Thank you for listening and watching Idea Success TV.